Hey guys, welcome back to another of my natural movement videos where it's all about movement efficiency. So today we are going to learn another get up, and just as a refresher, so get up is basically a movement where you transition from a lying position to a sitting or a standing position, or maybe from a sitting to a standing position, right? You're basically getting up. Now, today we are going to learn a specific type of a get up, which is a tripod get up. I'm going to show you the movement, and after that we are going to be decomposing that into multiple smaller movements that you can use to rehearse um, the entire move. All right, so here it goes. This is what a get up tripod get up looks like specifically. You'll start by lying on the floor. You're getting up. You are almost into that tripod position where with three bases of support, and you stand up. Pretty simple, not a lot complicated there, right? So let's go back and figure out how we decompose this movement into smaller moves. Now the most important part of the tripod get up is this tripod position where the base of support is your two legs and one hand, and from that point on the swivel between the opposite hand and leg is the important part. So this whole swivel is what makes the movement efficient and graceful. So that's the crux of the tripod. So to start with, to break this down, we are going to start by having our legs at a shoulder width stance. Put your right hand right next to your right foot. So now you are pretty much making a straight line between your hand, foot, and both your feet, right? From that point on, move your right foot forward and bring it back. Right foot forward and bring it back, right? And that would be your first decomposition. Now, once you're comfortable with this movement, and you can again do this on the other side as well. So on the left side, my left hand is in the same line here. My left foot goes up and comes back. Okay. Once you're comfortable with this movement, now experiment with swiveling your hips all the way back, and that way the leg that's doing this motion goes all the way back rather than in the same plane. So after this, instead of landing here, you're landing back, and at this point both your feet and your hand almost make an equilateral triangle, which is like a tripod, and that's your base of support. The difference here is that when you have a triangle versus stopping over here, when you stop in a single line, most of your weight bearing is on your shoulders and hands, whereas if you go all the way back, now both your feet and hand are weight bearing, and you can simply stand up. Okay, so again, that's one of the efficiency tips here. The next breakdown of this movement is the elbow roll, which is where you're lying down, you roll on one side, let's say in this case the right side, and I use my elbow to prop myself up, and I get into that same position from where I can now transition to the tripod. Okay, so two breakdowns here we learned. One is this breakdown. I'll just move back a bit, where you start in one single line, extend your leg forward, get back in that line, and try this out 10 times on either side, and then experiment with taking this leg all the way back. So if I'm starting with my right hand on the ground, my right foot extends forward as I'm sitting, and then it extends all the way back into that equilateral triangle that we talked about. So my right leg is behind my left leg and the right hand, and from there I stand up. Okay, so this is the actual tripod get up here. Use this as your workout. Let's do this 10 times. 10 times with my right foot out. And same thing on the other side with my left foot out. I'm going to be repeating this 10 times. And that becomes a workout. The next breakdown that we saw is the elbow roll, which is where you roll over on one side, use your elbow to prop up, and bear your weight on your hand. And so again, this is something that we can repeat multiple times. You're going down the same way you came up. Prop your elbow, lie down. Prop your elbow, get up. Okay. So that's the two breakdowns that we saw with the tripod get up here. And again, this is a different kind of get up. Last time we learned about how to rock ourselves to get up from a lying position. Today we are looking at a different kind of a get up, which combines the elbow roll and the tripod get up to get you from a lying position to a standing position. I hope you like this video. Keep your love coming, keep your comments coming. I would love to see what your thoughts are, and we'll explore another movement next week. All right, take care.